A video on Dark World. Yes, I know I'm doing a lot of videos, but to be honest, I'm walking home, I'm bored, and the only thing going through my mind is all Yu-Gi-Oh shit. So you guys are stuck with me until I get home, which is probably like 3 or 4 more videos. I don't know yet. So Dark World. What is my opinion of Dark World? Well, in the beginning when they first came out, Dark World were pretty cool because you could basically use those cards that made you discard cards and still get something off of it, like Lightning Vortex and Side Punter, and it made those shitty cards actually good. Then, Konami decided to be a bunch of faggots and say, by the way, they don't work when discarded by a cost. So then Dark World became useless. A little bit later, we got some of the better Dark World stuff. So it's like, okay, this is pretty cool. Now you can actually build somewhat of a Dark World deck. And of course, you had to go with the Graceful Charity engine because there was nothing more fucking broken than Graceful Charity and Pot of Greed. Like, fucking broken-ass bullshit. Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, whee! Pitch 2 gold, sup? Dark Deal, mess over Monster Reborns and everything else like that. You know, all that shit. So, by the way, Dark Deal, for all you morons who say Dark Deal is a bad card for Dark World, read Dark Deal, then read your Dark World cards. Silva, Beige, Silva, Gold, Rain, all that bullshit. Amazing. Dark Deal makes those cards broken as all fuck. Anyways, that's not the point. That's not what this video is about. Well, it kind of is, because it's Dark World, but whatever. That's not what it's like exactly about. Dark World. So in the beginning, they were cool. Konami acted like a bunch of faggots. They changed it, so it sucked dick. Then you got more Dark World support. It was kind of fun. You could use like Graceful Charity and Cheerful Coffin and Dark World Dealings and random shit like that. It was good, but not competitive, really. Because you wasted your hand too quickly. You played all your cards, and then you were just like, oh shit. Lightning Vortex came down and stomped your face. That's really what happened. Or Torrential Tribute, because back then Torrential was at 3. Ooh. I remember when Torrential was at 3. That was amazing. I loved that. Torrential Tribute, Torrential Tribute, Torrential Tribute. So, I wish Torrential was back at 3. Oh, I wish. My gadgets would be so happy. But that's beside the point. Torrential's broken, and I want it back. Anyway, that's for Dark World. Now, they released the Dark World Structure Deck. This comes with all Dark World shit. Now, this is good and bad. I like it because they gave support to an archetype that was previously thought dead. That I love. I mean, I was saying that for a while. I wanted other archetypes like Crystal Beast, Fabled, whatever to get more support. Which, by the way, I retract my previous statement about Fabled. Those things are fucking broken as is. You can stay the fuck out of my game. And Worms. Worms are broken too. I didn't realize how broken. But, in all honesty, they need more support. They really do. I mean, they're annoying, but they're not good enough to compete with the top deck, so they need more support, one way or another. But as for Dark World, this new structure deck is really good. It gives them Grapple, which is broken as all hell. It gives them the Dark World field card, which is broken as all hell. It gives them Snow, which is good, but horrible. They could have done so much better with the motherfucker, but they didn't. I'll explain that in a little bit. But anyway, so the Dark World structure deck is pretty damn good. The one thing I did not like about it was, first of all, Snow. When I read Snow, I thought you could discard him by your own volition to search your deck for a Dark World card. But no, he has to be discarded by an effect. So, what does this mean? Well, this means that you have to use Dark World Dealings and pitch him to even get a search. Now, I understand that your deck has a lot of discarding and stuff. The problem I have with this is, how do you maintain hand control? Every time you play a card, it's a -1, and that's just the problem. That's the problem with Dark World. -1, -1, -1, -1. You keep minusing yourself, and it's not worth it in my opinion. Like, for instance, when you play Dark World Lightning, okay, you pitch a monster, blow up a card. Okay, the blow up a card is a 1-for-1. If you pitch beige or gold or silver, okay, you spell summon a monster. That's cool. I'm okay with that. And Dark World Dealing is pretty much the same way. The field card is a bit different, however, and it's kind of odd. And at the same time, if you're not pitching a gold or a silver, you're still losing hand advantage. Like, regardless of what you do, unless you're discarding a brow, you're still losing hand advantage, one way or another. And that's what I don't like. That's one thing that kind of turns me off of Dark World, is your hand dwindles down more and more and more. Like, the other day, I was watching a Dark World player on Live My Gadgets. Don't get me wrong, the deck is amazing. It's busted. He pulled out double Grapha on turn 1. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Amazing deck. But the issue with it is that it runs out of hand. Turn 1, he pulled out double Grapha and 1 back row, field card, 1 card in hand. Alright, my turn. Dark Hole. There goes your field. He showed the spell card in a back row and 1 in hand, but now it was 5-3 advantage in my favor. And I'm like, okay, I summon a gadget. Search for a gadget. Attack. Set 4 pass. He draws. He plays Dark World Lightning. Pitches, what was it? Beige. Blows up my back row, special summons Beige. Okay, but you just -1 yourself again. Now you have no cards in hand. See, that's the only problem I have. And then, of course, he returned Beige or Grapha. Yeah, all that bullcrap. Which didn't really matter because I bought him with the Grapha anyway. And I'm a prick. So, it's just like, it -1 you over and over and over until you have no cards in hand. And at that point, you really can't do anything. I mean, that's the biggest problem. If they go, like in turn 1, if they go like double Grapha, a field card, and a back row. If that back row isn't Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, or Starlight Road, then a single black rose will fuck you up instant. You lose. That's the issue. That's the problem I have with the deck. Like I said, it has a lot of good pluses because it's like, the synergy is pretty good with the deck. It really is. The problem is, it runs out of hand too quickly, and you run out of options. And how do you get around that? I haven't seen someone get around it yet. Now, I've seen people do pretty crazy shit, like tech skill drain, and tech God knows what else. DDV and shit like that. But again, I just don't see how you're getting enough power to, I guess you could say, win a game. Now, I think Dark World will win games, just because players, to be honest, are kind of dumb. And you put them in a situation where they're backed against the wall, they sometimes think about retarded stuff. Like I was watching a Dueling Network match where player A drops Grapha, Gold, field card, and 1 back row on turn 1, and player B, instead of synchroing into a black rose, he synchroned into a fucking Ancient Fairy Dragon, and the Ancient Fairy Dragon blew up the field card, and then he ended his turn, which didn't do anything. And the next turn, he got smashing, and then hit direct for like 6,000, and fucked up. So, sometimes players are stupid. Just saying. Why the fuck would you go into a Ancient Fairy Dragon when you can go into a fucking Black Rose? Well, 1 card versus 5. I don't know. Fucking logic. People hate using logic, I guess. I don't know. But overall, I think Dark World will be good. I just don't think they'll have enough because once people figure out how to kill the deck, it just won't stand up to it. It won't stand up to the anti part of the game. Because with every deck you have 2 things: 1, how the deck works, and 2, how to kill the deck. Now, how the deck works, the better a deck works, the more chance it has at being a top tier deck. But the minute players find how to kill that deck, yeah, that kind of goes down the toilet. So really, I don't think they're going to make as big of a splash as people think they are. They'll be a good deck. I'm not saying they won't be good. I'm sure they'll be dick-rided to hell because people are saying this is the next Dark Arm Dragon deck and shit, which is dumb, because they're not. And people don't fucking understand that, because they're idiots. But I digress again. That's what people are. That's how they act. So, Dark World's good. I think they're being overhyped. I really do. But we'll have to see. We'll see. So, DaGadgetGuru, bye-bye.